Alright guys, these are your reading rock layer notes part 1. So it's the very first page. So if you were here the other day, we got through page 1 in every class. So this is only for the students that were not here. Okay, so first off, these are Cornell notes. So make sure that you have your pencil and you have a highlighter, so any words that you write in, you can highlight them. Okay, so first thing we want to talk about is the two different ways that scientists determine the age of something. So basically, when they determine the age of something, they do it one of two ways. One is called absolute age. Okay, so when we look at absolute age, we're looking at the exact age of what you're dealing with. So like I am 37 years old, you are probably 13 years old, someone in the 6th grade is like 12 years old, things like that. Now, scientists do a variety of things to determine the absolute age of certain things, because they can't do it for everything, or they would, because then that would tell them exactly how old something is. Now, we're going to get more into absolute age next week, okay? But just remember, absolute age is the exact age of something, okay? The one we're really going to deal with today is what we call relative age. Relative age is the age of something based on what's around it. So like you guys, it could be determined that you're the oldest students in the school because you are on the 8th grade hallway and this school only goes up to 8th grade. So it can be concluded that you are the oldest. So scientists use this a lot when determining how old something is. And they don't really know exactly how old it is, but they know that this one thing is older than something else because of where it's located. Okay? That's kind of how they use relative age. Now, let's get into this reading rock layer stuff. Okay? Now there's a couple things you need to know about reading rock layers, and we're going to start with the basic of the basic. Okay? The first thing you need to know about reading rock layers is called the law of superposition. Now, this might as well be called the law of common sense because, I mean, you should know this. All right? It basically says that when looking at horizontal meaning, you know, left to right, horizontal rock layers, the oldest is at the bottom, and and as you come up, they get younger. So, I mean, this should make perfect sense to you. It's like putting a bed into a room. The first thing you have to put in the room is the bed frame. You can't put a mattress in there and then put a bed frame on top of it. That's stupid. Okay, so you put the bed frame in there. So it had to be there for you to put the next thing, which is the box springs, on the bed. You can't do it without that. The frame has to come first. So the frame would have been in your room longer than your box springs. Just like a rock layer that is at the bottom would be older than the rock layer on top of it because that rock layer had to be there for it to form on top of it. Okay? So let's do a little practice. I know you've only seen this law for, you know, about 45 seconds, but it really is easy. So on your paper, I want you to put your answers right over here. I want you to tell me which layer is the oldest. I want you to tell me which layer is the youngest. And I want you to tell me, is layer C older or younger than layer B? So you're looking at these layers right here. Okay? So go ahead and pause the video, do your answers, and then you can check them by hitting unpause. Alright, so I'm assuming that you did your answers and didn't just let the video play. So, if we're looking at this rock cross section, which layer is the oldest? The answer would be A. A because it's on the bottom. All these other layers had to come after it because it is first. It's on the bottom. Okay? Question number 2, which layer is the youngest? The youngest layer is F because it is on the top. And all these other layers had to be there first for it to be on the top. That's why it's the youngest. Then the last one, is layer C older or younger than layer B? If you look at the law, it says the oldest rock layers are at the bottom. B is below C, so C is younger than B. Does everybody understand that? C is younger because it's on top of B. B had to be there before C could form on top of it. Just like your frame and your box spring have to be there for your bed before you can put your mattress on there. Okay, so that's page 1 of your notes.